Hi, I'm Skylar.
And I'm Max.
During quarantine, we decided to start watching Bob's Burgers to see what it was all about.
It didn't take long for us to become completely obsessed with the show.
And one of the things we loved the most about the show were the brilliant end credits.
Which is why we created this podcast.
Each week, we'll go episode by episode to talk about the elaborate end credit sequences.
We're excited to have you join us on the very first Credit Score spinoff, Bob's Credits.
We'll make sure the Bob's Burgers end credits get the credit they're due.
I said a chip, a chip-a-roo. Chip, chip-a-roo. Is that better than just chip-a-roo?
Oh, we're going?
Yeah.
I was just like in my own world.
You were
like,
bopping to that. You like the new chip-a-roo bop.
I loved it.
Yeah, I love, for anyone that's like listening to just this episode as their starter, that what the fuck is that?
I have the giggles.
You do?
Yeah.
Because of the chipperoo bop? You were getting down to it. It was a good way to get you in the mood for this episode.
I'm just so happy I'm stuffed with guac and chips.
Yeah, we just kind of like went to town on some
Had a
guacamole
snack
and
sesh.
chips. Yeah.
There's nothing that makes me happier than some guac and chips.
It's really the best snack.
Mm-hmm.
And it's delicious. And it's better than when it's in a restaurant because it's almost endless. You've got a giant tub.
Mm. That's so true. At restaurants, they're like, here's your guac. That'll be $15. And
Yeah.
you're like,
No.
I'm supposed to share this with two other people?
It's outrageous.
Outrageous.
But that's for our other podcasts, Guacamole and Chipperoos.
Okay. Let's go.
You've had enough.
Yeah.
Like, let's go. Let's forget this episode, or
Let's just take a sharp right turn
To
back to
our
Bob's credit land.
Bob's Credits, a podcast about,
The ending credits of Bob's Burgers.
yeah. This week we are doing episode 2, Little Biscuit. Sorry, we haven't introduced ourselves.
Start with B.
Okay, well, our little dog Biscuit is over here. He's eyeing me. He's laying in his bed. He's giving me some side-eye right now. He's just like, leave me alone.
He has the personality of Jean and the anxiety of Tina.
Don't we all? Take a little picture. I'm gonna post pictures of little baby Bisky during our sessions regularly on our Instagram, Bob's Credits.
Yeah,
which
a
we
little
are.
incentive to follow us over at Bob's Credits.
If you want cute biscuit photos, you're gonna get them. Should we talk about
Let's
this
do
episode
it.
a little bit? Okay, so
Yeah.
this is season 2, episode 2, and before we get into the title and synopsis, it's time for Biscuit's got a squeak toy, and I'm just waiting for him to squeak it while we're recording. It's gonna happen.
We're just waiting
Yeah.
with bated breath.
Here it goes. Here it goes.
He's teasing us now.
I know.
He's like, oh, am I going to do it?
I know.
Am I going to do it?
So before we get into the episode itself, Skylar and I have a fun game. There it is. Any more squeaking you want to do, Biscuit? It's great. Great for podcast recording, Biscuit. He just looked at me. Okay, before we get into the episode title and synopsis, Skylar and I have a game we like to play. It's called Bob Pun or Max Pun. Bob creates burger puns on Bob's Burgers. I create burgers puns on Bob's Credits, and I give those to Skylar. She decides who came up with them.
Right.
Or she doesn't decide. She
I
guesses.
try and guess.
She tries to guess who comes up with them.
Right.
Okay, are you ready for your first pun, Skylar?
I'm ready.
The Jurassic Pork Burger.
Max.
Yes. What gave that away?
I know what movies you love and would be floating around in your head.
I think Bob would be outraged at creating a burger with pork in it.
No
He's
way.
He's a beef man.
Right, and they have a beef supplier. That's true.
Okay. Your next one is Sweet Chili Biscuit. Sweet Chili O' Mine Burger. Would it help if I
Bob.
sing it?
Sure.
I can't sing like Axl Rose.
I already said Bob.
Correct. Okay.
You know why I know that one? I think I didn't get it and I had to ask you about it one time.
Yeah, that was one we had a conversation about.
Yeah.
Your next pun is Ferris Bueller's Filet Off.
Max.
Yes. You might go 4 for 4 on this one. Here, it's all coming.
Now I'm nervous.
It's all coming to this one. You ready?
Yeah.
The Catch Me If You Can burger.
Bob's.
Oh, she did it. 4 for 4. Biscuit is squeaking his toy in celebration.
He's a mama's boy.
You did it. You did it. Okay, let's get into the title and synopsis, Skylar.
Let's do it.
Please.
So this title, like last week, is a play on a movie, Bob Day Afternoon. Here's the synopsis. When a robber, Mickey, holds up the bank across from Bob's Burgers and the police set up camp at the restaurant, Bob is sure this is their big marketing moment. But when Bob delivers burgers to Mickey and his hostages after they hated Jimmy Pesto's pizza, he becomes a hostage too. Tina is very worried about her $87 that's in her savings account at the bank, so Louise helps broker its release using Jean's remote control toy car, inspired by the robot the police used earlier to deliver the disgusting pizza.
This episode was written by Dan Feibel and Rich Rinaldi and directed by Wes Archer.
So before we jump into the credits, we have some character intros.
We do.
We do.
We have quite a few.
This is Mickey's first appearance. He's going to come back for a Mickey-centric episode.
Yeah. And he's voiced by Bill Hader, who we love.
Love.
You can't not love Bill Hader. And Barry, his show on HBO, is phenomenal.
Right. And every time I see Mickey, I guess because Mickey has a gun in this episode, like I always think of Barry, the show. It is probably one of my favorite shows.
It's so good.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
And then we are also introduced to Sergeant Bosco.
Bosco, yeah. Who is recurring. He's on so many episodes. We'll have to see how many he's on, but
yeah.
And he's voiced by Gary Cole, who everyone knows he's in pretty much every comedy, not even just comedy, he's in everything, but I think what he's probably most well known for is playing the boss in Office Space, Bill Lumberg. I can't remember his name. That's yeah, that would be great. That boss guy. But he's in everything. You know him for sure.
Side note, whenever I Max.
Ooh.
What is happening?
Maybe for like October or Halloween, you call me Mask.
Or maybe for like October, I don't call you that.
That's probably better.
Okay. So, Max knows way more like actors than I do. He's just really good about knowing who's in what.
I had less friends growing up, I think.
I mean, you also did grow up like in the industry and
I did.
in LA.
Yeah, I was very into movies and TV shows, so
was I, but I'm also very, very bad at names
right.
in general. But my point is that anytime I'm like, oh, who's that? Max is like, oh, he's in everything. And every single time I ask, oh, he's in everything. And I'm like, well, like what? And he's like, I can't remember, but he's in everything. That's like Max's go-to explanation.
Well, it's true. Because sometimes I can't even like think. I just know it's someone who's in like every movie, and I can't think of specifically. But you know what? You know him from that we watched recently.
What?
We watched Talladega Nights, the Ricky Bobby movie.
Yeah.
He plays his dad, the drunk guy, the drunk dad that trains. That's Gary Cole. There you go.
Okay.
I did it, but he is in everything.
Okay, just a cute little Max anecdote. Okay.
Who else do we got? Any others?
We have Olsen, who is a reporter. I actually didn't know she was that reoccurring. So I'd love, as we continue to go through the series, to kind of pinpoint where we keep seeing her.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and one of the things we've kind of like tossed around an idea for our Patreon. If anyone wants to subscribe there, Bob's Credits.
Please
do.
But
if there's enough interest from people on there, one of the things we want to do is like bonus episodes where we do the evolution of characters. So it would be someone like this one, I guess, like Olsen, or and just like talk about when they first appeared and just like talk about
and how they
changed over the series and stuff like that. We'd have a lot of fun doing those. But
yes, so we're not asking for a lot every month. I think our only tier right now is $3, but sign up so we know if you have interest. And we will put in the work for those extra episodes. And then we also have Mr. Dowling.
I don't know who that is.
Who's the banker.
Oh, okay.
And then, so we had 4 new characters, but we also have not a character, but a new establishment on their street.
Yes.
So up until now, basically across the street from Bob's Burgers, it went Yours Truly, and then a green building, a yellow building, an orange building, and then Reflections.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how it's always been.
And Reflections is the one that the old people, the art store?
Yes.
Okay.
But then after this episode, when the bank is introduced and moving forward, it now goes Yours Truly, the bank, a yellow building, Reflections, and then the hotel. So it's like a little character.
Yeah.
But a building.
And just set them up, and then you start to see these places kind of there permanently.
That's what I love about TV. Like, the world gets to evolve especially in cartoons.
Mm-hmm. So going back to some of those characters, I remember seeing that Pamela Adlon did a voice in this. Who?
Oh my god,
we love Pamela Adlon. Her show, Better Things.
We want to marry Pamela Adlon.
Yeah, we want to marry her. We also want to adopt her. We also want her to be our mom. We everything.
And our the mom that cooks. You guys go follow her. Well, first watch Better Things, because you will fall in love with her in that show, and then go follow her on Instagram and watch her stories, because she just cooks delicious things. And please come over.
And please. Yeah, if you are magically listening to this, please come over. We know it's we're all in quarantine, but
you're welcome.
We'll take a test for you to make sure you know that we're negative, and then you can come over and cook us something. We would just love to spend time with you. If you don't know Better Things or Pamela Adlon, I promise you know her voice. She is one of the most...
She's in everything?
Yeah, she's in everything. But she's one of the most prominent voice actors of all time. She's just...
Which I didn't know.
She's did... so she was a voice on King of the Hill, which a lot of the writers and creators came from. They worked on King of the Hill before this. She was I don't watch King of the Hill, but she's the voice of Bobby Hill, who's the son.
Which is very famous, right?
Yeah.
And actually in Better Things, she does kind of play herself, so she is a working voice actor, so it's fun to see the behind the scenes of that too.
Yeah.
Okay, so what was she on this?
I think she was Olsen.
Oh.
Yeah. I think, or she was a girl in the bank. I'm not positive.
Oh, was she?
Maybe we'll see in the credits what it says she is when we go through them.
Yeah, because there's also that girl that's like, the burgers don't get there, and she's like, that was my protein for the week.
Yeah, I don't think that's her. And also just one of the, I don't know if we ever said this, but the guy, Mr. Frond, is in this episode too, and he's already been in a few episodes.
Yeah.
But David Herman voices him, and since I mentioned Bill Lumbergh from Office Space, David Herman is best known, I'd say, for playing Michael Bolton in Office Space.
Oh,
if you're an Office Space fan, you know those characters very well.
Worlds collide.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah. That's all I got.
That's all I got. Should we get into these
credits?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to play the last few moments, which Mickey's officially been arrested. He's in prison. He's calling to check in with the Belchers. Louise was supposed to write a report about him.
They developed a relationship.
Her hero. So I think before the credits, he's kind of asking about that.
Yes. What grade did she get on it?
And let's keep an eye out for Pamela Adlon, so we can just make sure who she plays. All right.
Hey, Bob, I want to know what grade your daughter got on that essay about me.
He wants to know what grade you got on that essay you wrote.
Oh, I never even turned it in.
Right. She got an A.
Hey, we got an A! Hey!
Okay, so he says we got an A to all of the inmates, and they all cheer. And then all of a sudden we have the generic sequence.
Credit sequence.
With Bob, Louise, and Tina prepping burgers. No music at all.
Silence.
Yeah. Until we hear the sounds of a remote control car. And a remote control car is kind of zooming around the kitchen by their feet.
Right. So it's zoomed in from stage left, or if you're facing the screen, the right side of the screen.
Yeah.
It zoomed in and it turned around.
And now it's off screen, and Gene walks on, and he is controlling it, and it gets stuck kind of like in the padding, or what's that?
It's
the
called
rubber.
A safety mat, apparently.
Oh, look at you.
Yeah, I did my research.
Okay, look at you, Miss Health Inspector.
The
You're
first day
you're
I
the female
waitressed,
Hugo.
I wore these really cute boots.
Oh, not like slip proof?
No, I didn't wear tennis shoes. I was
Oh.
like, I'm gonna wear these boots.
That's a bad
And
idea.
I almost like totally ate shit in the kitchen. Like it was very slippery.
It's very slippery.
Which these safety mats should have prevented.
Yes, but still, Skylar and I have both waited tables in our past, and yeah, you're supposed to get these like non-slip shoes, and they're always like the ugliest shoes.
But
Not that it matters because they get
they're
filthy.
so
but
ugly.
Yeah.
But I came to love them, and they do get filthy.
They get
like it's
disgusting.
really surprising how much food falls on them.
On the floor, you're stepping on food, and it's falling everywhere. Yeah, but it's very slippery when you don't have them. It's
Yeah.
almost like walking when you go like step onto ice with your normal
Yeah,
shoes.
it's very slippery.
Yeah, there would be so many accidents if people were not wearing these shoes in the kitchen.
Yeah. So it's stuck on the safety mat.
Yeah, so Gene has come in. He's not in his burger costume anymore. He's, we said during the first season that he walked all the way from the other side of the credits from the white screen. Now he's starting to kind of like make appearances from just kind of like where the scene begins, not where the credits are.
Right.
So it's stuck. Louise is getting the burger from Bob and giving it to her mother in the window.
Still stuck.
Still stuck, trying to get out.
All right.
Okay, so Gene unsticks the car.
And the car zooms past the credits and into a new scene. And you might have heard that audio. Can you do an impression for us?
Oh.
Okay, thank you.
Oh.
Regret asking that.
Oh.
Okay, so we hear that sound, but what we see is just a door frame in the black and white minimalist drawing style.
Yeah, like the kitchen's in and the end credits.
Right, and the door's cracked open, and there is like a university flag on the,
Yeah, there's a pennant that
door.
says Robot U.
which is from the episode.
Yeah, Gene makes a comment about, did you have to go to robot college, to a guy that's controlling the like robot that's delivering the pizzas to
Right.
the and then Gene has this fantasy of what robot college is, and it really what he envisions it is that he's at a college and everyone else is robots.
But he's just Gene.
And he's allowed to attend even though everyone else is robots. So I think the sequences are he's doing some like drinking at a frat party with one of the
Yeah.
robots who then like spews like nuts and bolts.
Yeah.
And then he is streaking and one of the robots just like on his face has a screen that
Says
says streak
streaking
mode.
mode.
Yeah.
And Gene's like, are you sure you guys are naked?
Yeah. And then the last one is this voice that we hear, and Gene walks in on his I guess his robot roommate who is oiling his mechanical penis. I don't know what he would be oiling that was making him doing this.
I think you should have used a euphemism. I don't think robots have mechanical penises.
What was a euphemism for a mechanical, like his rod, his
That's great. You
Okay.
can't go wrong with
His doily?
cylinder. His doily.
I don't know.
A doily's like a lace thing you put on the couch.
But isn't like a doily also like a spring
coil?
type thing? His coil? His
Oil.
his spring.
Oiling his spring.
Oiling his spring?
Springing up his coil.
Okay, I think we should stop right here before before the children have to stop listening. They should. Hopefully, there's no kids listening to this right now. Okay, let's listen a little bit longer.
Wait, did the car zoom in there?
No, the car zoomed across and now it's stopped.
Okay,
Just like kind of the
got
door.
it.
The door's ajar, and the rest you just hear this.
And then something explodes.
Now, did he explode, or it was just a? Let's see if I can find a euphemism for this. And oil
An oil leak?
leak, but a very large oil.
Okay.
An oil
It sounded like he
exploded.
exploded, which isn't there an animal that once they have like sex, once they die?
Well, bees die when they sting you. Praying mantises females eat
Yeah, that's
the
what I
males
was-
after they have sex with them, I think.
That's not a spider, some type of spider that does that?
I have no idea.
Okay. Either way, It sounded like this might have been his one and only
And he just went for it.
oil leak.
Oil leak.
Okay, so
If you're gonna
when you
go.
hear the exploding sounds, it then goes to, what are these called? Cards?
Yeah, we've never talked about the little like
I think they're
production
officially
cards.
Yeah,
At the end.
But it goes. What's the one before this? Because it's still shaking.
It goes to like it's like animated and it says Willow Productions or
Yeah.
Willow Productions.
But when you play it with the music, it looks like it's still shaking.
And then it goes to Buck and Millie Productions, and it's the two pictures of older people and like old timey photographs.
Like vintage photographs.
Yeah, and I assume maybe those are someone's parents, whoever the production company is. I don't know.
I love that.
Grandparents. I don't know. Okay. Absolute favorite moment of these end credits. Least favorite moment. Something you loved. Something you didn't like.
I like the no music and just like the buzz of the car.
Yeah,
That's my favorite.
especially after last week's episode, which was so musical.
It was like a
So it's
grand
kind of like-
production.
and we watched these two episodes back to back.
It was a palate cleanser.
Yeah, it was kind of like with this. The last one was so musical, and this one is just so quiet.
Yeah. So
Until
that would
the
be
explosion.
my high point. You too, or something else?
I think I just like Gene controlling the car.
I think I just love Gene.
Yeah. Well, it's also like again, like we said last week, we like when things are good. The normal stuff's happening in the credits, but something is slightly different. And Gene not walking in his burger suit, he walks in controlling a remote control car is a little bit different. So I like that.
And again, like I said last week, like the most obvious thing you could pick would be like Mickey or, one of the bigger plot points, something from the A story. But they choose like this little B story. This is the car.
It was a brief moment in the episode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the car that brings Tina's savings back, and Mickey actually gives her like an extra $100 too, which is sweet. So I like when they take a smaller detail, and I'm going to say that like every episode, so I apologize.
And, the little bonus that it goes into the robot college
Yeah.
and the oil leak scenario is hilarious.
I love it.
Anything you don't like about it?
No.
No?
Mm-mm.
Okay. Should we score it?
Yeah.
Okay. We score on a scale of 1 to 10 H's at the end of Tina's
I'm gonna go a 7.
Okay. I'm going to go.
Sorry, I'm gonna go a 6.5.
Oh, okay. I'm going to go 7.5
Okay.
because the masturbating robot really makes me laugh. And the the build up.
I don't know if I'm just a prude or not, but I never find, I guess, like dude masturbation jokes as funny as
It's definitely
You do.
funnier to dudes, I think.
I think. I also think like growing up in the 90s, and like it just felt like any like sexer was so like male oriented. You guys had the like male gaze that it was just like, are you fucking kidding me? So maybe there's a little bit of a resentment there, but
Well, and
I'm
also-
kind of over it.
Any teenage boy has been walked in on or caught doing this.
So
And it's very-
feels very
yes.
personal to you.
Yes.
But the reason why I did like this scene is that I think it's really funny that it's like he could have gone to like robot college to learn about robots. Like I think it's really funny that they're taking like they're poking fun at how obvious those bro college movies are.
Yeah.
You have the keg scene.
Totally.
And so that's why I like this one, because they're
Yeah.
poking fun at it.
Exactly. It's great.
Yeah.
Okay. That's all we have for you for.
Oh, guys, our hummingbird is back.
Oh, the hummingbird's back outside the window.
This is good luck.
We got to name the hummingbird.
Oil leak?
Okay. Oil leak the hummingbird. That's going to stick. That's
It
so
left. It
unfortunate.
literally
Oh,
just left.
Well, too bad. Thanks for listening, everyone. If you want to follow us, we're on Bob's Credits everywhere on social media. Do you have anything else to add, Skylar, before we get into...
A review goes really far for us.
Oh, yeah. Please leave us reviews.
Check out our Patreon. We have a $3 tier right now.
Yeah,
$3
like you said.
a month.
Yeah. And tell your friends if you like listening to us.
Yes.
You can say, like, tell them like, if you're a Bob's Burger fan, you're going to love it. But the two hosts with their dog are just so damn charming. I can't get enough of them.
I was ready for you just to rip into us.
No.
That's my psyche.
No, please don't rip into us. We're very
love us.
Yeah. We're very fragile.
We are.
Okay.
All right, on that note,
Skylar, do you have anything you want to say to take us out here?
just stay saucy, guys.
That's what I thought you were going to go with.
Yeah.
Oh, 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 oh,